So welcome to Stretch and Grow. We've got 30 minutes of praise stretching. I'm assuming you have your props already, your stretch band, scarf or towel, pillow optional. And today is our last class of 2025. We're taking a break until the new year. So hopefully you can do the recording or do it live. Today's class theme is Prince of Peace, to go along with the Christmas theme. So from Isaiah 9 verse 6, it says, "For unto us a child is born, to us a son is given, and the government shall be upon his shoulders. For his name shall be Wonderful Counselor, Mighty God, Everlasting Father, and Prince of Peace." All right, so we'll start off on our mats, and we'll just spread out all those toes. And we're just gonna reach one arm up and allow it to just kind of fall over the head. And we're gonna start off with just some nice gentle stretches for the neck. So just allow the head to come over to the side, use that hand. And if you want more, reach that arm out on a diagonal and get a nice long stretch, making extra space from the tip of the ear to the top of the shoulder. Good. And we'll gently release and come to the other side. Let the head come over. And then if you want, use that hand. Point those fingertips on the diagonal just for an extra stretch here. Drop your shoulder. Soften your face. And gently release. Good. We're going to open the feet a little bit wider and just start to open up and stretch out the sides of the body. So I'm going to allow my body to tilt in one direction and coming through center, just letting those hands massage and slide up and down the body. And you go at your own pace. So if I'm going too fast, take your time. Use your breath. And just with all that's going on, especially over the holidays, it's meant to be relaxing, but it can feel chaotic. So I thought we would really thinking about that Prince of Peace. Stilling the mind, slowing down. And last side. Deep breaths. Good. From here, interlace the fingers behind your head. Draw your elbows towards one another and let your head be heavy here. Chin to chest. Open up the back of the neck. And I'm actually putting a little bit of pressure on the back of my head to pull my head down. Lengthen the back of the neck. Gently release, and slowly moving our way down our body. Let's do some nice hip circles. And if you're like me, when the weather gets a little colder, I've got some cracks, pops, snaps going on over here. Make a big circle. And then changing direction. So when we go to the back, you're sitting your sit bones way back. And when I bring my pelvic bone forward, I'm engaging my abdominals so I don't hurt my back. Last one. Good. Now let's come into the feet, because we don't focus on the feet enough, I don't think. First, let's go into the ankles. We'll just roll in one direction and the other. Got a good snap there. Other side. Deep breaths. Other way. We're going to come to do a balancing exercise. So if you want to use a chair or the couch or a wall, you can. I'm going to challenge myself here today. I'm going to put all my weight into that left leg and just come to point my toe by my inner knee. And then from here, I'm going to flex my foot, extend that leg forward, and see if I can continue to lift up through the spine. If I want extra balance help, I can open my arms out wide. Woo. And then bending that knee again, pointing those toes. And gently release. If you're holding your breath, try to breathe on this side. Plant that foot. And now we all have a side that we prefer to balance on. But see if we can push past through those limitations, extend that leg, and flex that foot, engaging the quads, lifting up through the spine. Come back to bend the knee and point, and release down. Release those hands. Good. Open those feet even wider now, and we're going to allow the arms to circle back, getting right into those shoulders. Full body stretch and workout today. And make those circles a little bit smaller and even smaller. Good. Changing directions, keep those circles small at first, and then bigger, and then your full capacity, full rotation. Good. And then just leave one arm up, one arm down, and we're going to come into a nice side tilt, waking up our obliques, our side abdominals. And if your neck feels tired, you can look down at your toes. If you can slide the hand down the leg to go deeper into this side stretch, feel free. And inhale, coming all the way through center. Other side, reach the arm up and slide the other hand down. Come into a nice long stretch. And when you're ready, use those abdominal muscles to lift all the way back up through center. Good. We're going to heel toe the feet in just a wee bit until our toes are wider than our heels. And this pose is something that you may not be able to do, but we're just going to try it. Some people can, some people can't. We're really opening up our pelvic area, and we're going to just see. We're just going to just play around, see if we can come. And you might want to play with your stance. For me, this is a bit too wide, so I'm going to bring my heels a little bit closer as I continue to see if I can drop down. So for some people, their knees will not allow them to do this, but it's a really great pose to open up the inner thighs, drop the whole pelvic floor, and you can even just start to shift your weight from side to side. And I'm challenging you today. Good. And if you're shifting your weight from side to side, you can just come back to center. And you can use your elbows to open up your knees even wider. Feel that very intense, deep stretch. And when I was in Southeast Asia, I saw people waiting at the bus stop like this for hours, smoking. This is the way they wait. And it's an excellent, excellent pose to really straighten out the spine, open up the pelvic floor. Last couple of breaths here. It's not easy to hold. And then hopefully we don't have far to go down. There should just be an inch or two. If you're up higher, you can find your way down. If you're down low, you can just use your hands and sit back down onto that floor. You can shake out your legs. And you can windshield wiper your feet in and out. We're gonna get a nice stretch in here today and into our glutes. So open your feet nice and wide. And this time we'll windshield wiper our bent knees from side to side. Deep breaths. And the next time we come over to the right side, we're gonna actually face the right side. So as I windshield wiper over, I'm gonna actually turn my hips and face the right direction. And I'm gonna square my hips. I'm gonna allow the front shin to be parallel with the edge of the mat. So bring that foot up. You can flex that foot and walk your fingertips forward, finding a place that's comfortable for you. So you might just be able to put your hands on the mat. Maybe you can get your elbows and your forearms on the mat. Maybe you want to stack your fists and rest your head on your stacked fists. But make sure you flex that front foot. Flex it. In whatever variation of this pose you are, if you can breathe deeply, you may find you can go a little bit deeper. So you could either walk your hands out further away from you. You can maybe stack your hands instead of fists and come lower. Feel that nice opening in your glutes. And from here, when you're ready, just place your fingertips underneath your shoulders. Press your weight into your fingertips to come all the way up. And then we'll just windshield wiper again, side to side, getting ready for the other direction. Nice and slow. And when you come to the other direction, just hold over here. Square those hips. Align your shin to be parallel with the side of the mat and flex that foot. Walk your fingertips away and find your edge. So whatever works for you. It might not look the same as me. You might go further than me. Wherever you are, whether your hands are walking away, whether you're stacking your fists, or whether you're stacking your flat hands, flex that front foot. Fold forward and breathe deeply here. As we hold for the last few breaths, just ask your body, can I go a little bit deeper into this pose? What does that look like? Release and open the glutes. And then from here, place those hands underneath the shoulders. Press your weight into the fingertips as you come all the way up. And we're going to go onto the tummy today. We don't do that very often, but we're just going to slide those legs behind us. And I want you to come onto your elbows and your forearms. Bring your elbows directly underneath your shoulders. Stack them underneath. Press your hands into the mat. And my feet are hip-width apart. Tops of the feet pressing into the floor. So I actually want you to press the tops of your feet into the floor. Instead of just laying them there, activate them and press them in. Good. From here, I want you to think of pressing your elbows into the mat and squeezing your shoulder blades together behind you. So open up your heart, open up the front of the body. And now we're going to squeeze the kidneys. We're going to turn and look behind to your foot. Look behind you in one direction and feel that kidney getting a little squeeze on the backside of your body. And then coming back to look forward, looking over the opposite shoulder at your other foot. Squeeze. And looking forward again, let's come all the way onto the front of our body. Reach those arms straight out in front and bring your forehead to the mat. Just rest here for a moment. Coming into a quadricep stretch, you're going to bend the right knee. And you can just leave it there hanging in space, or if you're able to reach back and grab a hold of it, maybe you can hold on to your pant leg or your ankle and just gently pull that heel towards your buttock. Stretching out the front of your thigh, your quadricep muscles. And this is an advanced version of it. So if you want to try, if you feel like you want to try something different, I'm going to inhale and lift my thigh up off of the mat and lift my upper body almost like a bow and arrow. I'm going to lift up, kicking my foot into the palm of my hand, and then release all the way back down and hold the quadricep stretch for just a couple more breaths. And then gently release, and we'll do it all on the other side. So a few options: just bend that knee, let it hang in space, or reach back with that same hand, grab a hold of the pant leg, the shin or the ankle, and gently pull the heel towards the buttocks. And if you want to try the advance, I kick my foot into the palm of the hand, lift that thigh up, and lift my upper body, coming into a bit of an arch here for the back. And when you're ready, exhale and gently pull that heel towards the buttocks. Last couple of breaths. And release. Let's stretch out our back the other way. So we're going to press our hands underneath the shoulders, come all the way through tabletop, and then allow the buttocks to come to the heels. Bow down to King of Kings, Lord of Lords. Prostrate yourself. And the deeper you breathe here, you're going to get a nice massage for your spine. Inhale, we'll drag those fingertips towards our upper body as we come all the way up. Two options here. If you can stay in this position with your buttocks on your heels, then you can stay here. If not, you can come down and just come into an easy cross-legged position. We're going to come into a twist either way. Whatever position you're in, just make your spine nice and tall. And I'm going to slide my opposite hand to the outer edge of my opposite leg. Use the other hand behind me to sit up even taller. And then I'm going to start to twist. Lower spine, middle, upper, and then my head is last. And then coming out of that twist, just facing forward again. Use that hand on the outer edge of the opposite thigh to really grip onto it so that when you start to twist, you're creating some resistance there. Lower spine, middle, and upper head turns last. Inhale, come all the way forward. You're going to need your stretch band or your scarf or towel for the next couple exercises, so just make sure you have that handy. We're going to come onto our backs, and to make our way slowly onto our back, you can do some abdominals if you want to. You don't have to. You can come back down easily if you want, or you can join me. We're going to take our time, really engaging our abdominals to protect our back. Pull the belly button in towards the spine and just let each vertebra slowly come down. Good. When you come all the way down, you can stretch yourself out nice and long. Gently bend the right knee in towards the chest. We can interlace the fingers on top of the right knee and just gently pull that knee in towards the chest. From here, you want to have your stretch band handy. We're going to loop it underneath that right foot and stretch it right up to the sky, straightening out that knee and flexing that foot. Then we're going to try something we have not tried before in the class. I'm going to imagine that the sole of my foot is trying to push my stretch band away from me. So I'm actually activating my hamstring muscles as I push on the back of my leg, as I push my foot down and into my scarf as hard as I can. And then I'm going to let go of that resistance, and I'm going to allow my band or my scarf to stretch my hamstrings. And this is a really wonderful way to stretch, because after you do the resistance work, you'll find that you can go deeper into the stretch. We're going to do it one more time. So I'm going to press my right foot into my scarf as if I'm trying to push my foot down to the floor, but my hands are not allowing my foot to win. So we have a bit of a tug of war. Activate the hamstring, feel it contracting and working, and then release, and just allow your scarf, your towel, or your stretchy band to really stretch you deep into a hamstring stretch. And then just start to make some circles with the foot. Imagine you have a pencil on the bottom of your foot and you're drawing some circles on the ceiling, and you can make those circles bigger and bigger, as big as you can. And then change directions, keep them nice and big. Get right into your hip socket. Smaller and smaller. Good. Then we're going to release the band or scarf from this side. Just let that foot slowly come down, working your lower abdominals. I'm going to leave my scarf right where it is, draped over top of me as I do this on the other side. Bend the left knee, interlace the fingers, and gently pull the thigh and the knee towards your chest. When you're ready, use that scarf, loop it under, straighten out the leg. Notice how this side feels compared to the other. This is tighter for me here. And let's go into that resistance work. So I'm going to press my foot into the scarf as hard as I can, trying to push it down. Feel your hamstrings working. And then release the work and then let your hamstrings stretch. Pull that foot towards your face. And one more time, when you're ready, do that work. Press that foot into the scarf. Activate the hamstrings, work them. And then release and stretch the hamstrings. Make some small circles to start. On the ceiling, make them bigger. And as big as you can. Changing directions, nice and big, and making them smaller and smaller. And gently release the scarf. One more stretch before we finish today. I'm going to bend my right foot. Bend my right knee, place my right foot on the floor and cross my ankle over. So I'm making a number 4. And then I'm going to thread the needle. So one hand is going to go through the number 4, the other hand around. And there's 2 ways to do this. You can interlace your hands on top of your right knee, or you can interlace them behind your right thigh. So I find it to be a bit more of an intense stretch if I do it on my kneecap. And I'm just going to gently pull both legs towards my chest. If you want to add a little bit of core work for your abdominals, I'm going to inhale, peel my head up off the floor, forehead towards the ankle. Just hold here for a couple breaths. Relax the shoulders. Relax your tongue. And on the next exhale, gently release the head back down to the floor. Last couple of breaths here. We're going to switch sides. Gently switching sides. Switching it up, crossing your ankle over and flex that foot. Thread the needle, 2 options, over the kneecap or behind the thigh. Keep flexing that foot as you gently pull your legs towards you. If you want to add the abdominals, inhale, peel the head up off of the floor, engage the abdominals, scoop and hollow out that belly. As you hold here, nice deep breaths, shoulders down, away from the ears. And then exhale, release the head back down to the floor. Last couple of breaths here. from here, we're gonna just uncross that leg and draw both knees in towards the chest. You can give yourself a big hug. Try to reach for those opposite elbows. Squeeze those inner thighs together as you pull your knees in towards your chest. And when you're ready, you can reach your arm up over your head, gently roll over onto your right side. Just allow your bent knees to come in and up towards your chest as you lay here for a couple breaths. And then gently press your hand into the floor to come all the way up to seated. And we'll just close with a little prayer, sitting up nice and tall. Lord, we thank you for this day. We thank you for waking us, for breath, for life, for the ability to move. And oh, Prince of Peace, we ask that you keep us in a place of peace as the world spirals into chaos. Crazy things happening, crazy things done and said. We ask that you would guard our minds, Prince of Peace. That we would be able to be a light shining in the darkness. Mighty Counselor, counsel us throughout this season. In Jesus' name, amen.